Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my forgotten tutorial slash playthrough. I have to admit, some time has passed between this video and the last one, although for you it was just the traditional 2 days, but for me it has been over a week due to some circumstances in real life. Worry not, however, as I remember perfectly what plan I had, and in fact I even conjured up a better one, which I'll gladly discuss as I wait for the turn to be over, because in between the turns I did have a little fight in which I destroyed the Nidia village as I promised I would, and that got me 20 gold. Now, mental note to self. Activate both gold and die booster before I capture or create any new cities, like this one right here. Unfortunately, I know myself. I know I should activate those boosters, but I'll forget about it. It's a sad truth, unfortunately, but I do have a tendency to do that. Nevertheless, I'll try to improve, maybe this time I'll remember. Anyway, so there are two plans I have. One, I'll commence immediately by moving my army ever so slightly. So this army I will intend to use to just destroy the Nidia villages, which I do indeed need to do, and I'll casually and slowly scout for them, and I suppose I can help myself with this predator in here as well, just to make scouting more efficient and easier and faster, just to make sure that my borders are extra secure, you know. But in the meantime, I can use this army to, yes, partially to scout this area of the border, of the region, to see if there are any Nidia villages that I can destroy. But after I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and have another look for that guardian that is lurking somewhere over there. Why is that? Well, because I thought to myself, gee, I know for a fact that the necrophages are making flame guardians, possibly other types as well. So that tool might actually be real useful for me, you know? Additionally, the 400 dust, I gotta admit, it is also something that tempted me a great deal. So yeah, I'm gonna kill a guardian because, hey, why not? It's gonna be beneficial. Besides, there's also something I noticed that slightly worries me. In fact, it worries me a great deal. If you look at the Mizari Empire, it has expanded into former Wildwalkers territory. Now, there's a good and a bad side of this. The good side is that Wildwalkers will most certainly not be capable of launching a true counteroffensive once I capture the capital. They will be in a pretty bad spot. The downside, however, is rather simple. It's the fact that now taking any offensive actions against the Mizari will be difficult, and even more so if I want to kill the Necrophages, who are going to be the true winners of this game unless I win the game. So, okay, let's put it the other way around. Unless I want to lose by having the Necrophages win, I need to destroy the Necrophages quickly. But a stronger Mizari player will delay me from destroying the Necrophages for a very, very long time. Now, in order to deal with that, I have prepared a plan, so let me end the turn and I'll explain you what my plan is. It is to ignore the traditional conquest mechanic of total warring and whatnot, and embrace the shadows mechanics, and also a little bit seafaring mechanics as well. Oh great, they are in Era 5 already. That's the Mizari, by the way. I'm 95% positive that's the Mizari. No surprise though with this kind of large empire and a powerful capital. In fact, maybe I should focus on Mizari first. But either way, my plan still stands. Let me explain that for you real quick. Go away, all of you. Especially you, you're a useless quest that is very hard to fulfill. Anyway, so what do I need to win? I just need to destroy every single capital asset from my own, obviously. Now, you think it's a little bit exposed, but I think I can reliably protect it by creating champ units around it if this is truly a necessity. What I really do need to do, however, is aside from protecting my capital, I need to destroy every single one capital of the enemies. Now, thankfully, the Draken have already been killed by both the Necrophages and the other mages. So, and I'm probably about to kill the Wildwalkers as well. In fact, right now, they're just making a cellar. Poor guys. That's not the right decision to be making right now, because death is coming. So yeah, this capital will be out of the question, so this will leave me with 3 capitals. One is the other mage's capital. Is that the one? No, it's too small. Actually, no, that is the other. No, that's former Draken capital, isn't it? Actually, that is Draken capital. Where were the other mages when they spawned? I am actually not sure. I mean, theoretically speaking, I should know this because the Draken gave me a vision, but it's possible that the other mages moved from the original territory, but I don't know, maybe this is the capital. Either way, so scouting will be required, but other mages I'm not too worried about. But actually it doesn't matter if I'm worried about them or not, because the point is I need to capture every last one of the enemy capitals, hopefully more or less simultaneously, because each conquest will require me to declare war on another empire. Once I declare war on every empire in the game, I will not be capable of surviving, that's a fact. So I need to just create a situation where I launch a simultaneous assault against every player in the game and win instantly. It's possible and doable, especially with the Forgotten Army. Now, to make it much easier, I decided to also queue up another tag that I usually do not like and don't have much use of, but this time it's gonna be quite crucial to my plan, and that is the shipyard technology, which will allow me to travel on water, thus allowing my armies to get into the Necrophager's capital with, you know, much more ease than usual. I don't have to sneak around through the entirety of the Mizari Empire, which would probably be nigh on impossible. I can just either swim through through the south area of the map, or I can go through here, from the Wild Walker's territory straight into the Necrophager's territory. It is, in both cases, a very long journey, but it is a very safe journey, since A, on the sea nobody can attack you, B, even if they could attack me, I would still be stealthed, so I would be safe. So, and I do not expect too many units to be around the sea area, so I should be able to reach this area relatively easily and be able to conquer it, provided that I will bring a strong enough army with me to do so. Now, keep in mind, the enemy is probably going to keep their armies around the borders, because those are the Necrophages, they will focus on conquests, and if I do it quick, I should be able to grab this city. Now, what happens after I have this city doesn't matter. I might as well lose it, burn it, doesn't matter again. What matters is the fact that the enemy will lose the capital, thus meaning that they are excluded from the... what's it called again? It is called the elimination victory. There we go. No, wait, what? That's not the elimination victory. Supremacy victory. There we go. That's how it's called. Also, again, as usual, ignore the scores. They do not reflect your strength in the slightest in any game ever. I mean, at least in any Endless Legend game ever. I mean, in multiplayer they are decent enough too, if the disparity is really big, but against Endless AI, the disparity is almost always big, unless you're Adam Mages and rushing. That's the only time when I'm capable of being always ahead of Endless AI. The only time. Anyway, let's get rid of that. That's the stuff I got from pillaging. That's very nice. And the population of bad girl ladies has grown. How nice indeed. Now, I actually had a specific plan for this army as well, because originally I think I just wanted to walk it back to where I was. But now that I think about it, I'll probably need to confirm the location of the other Mage's capital, because I know where the Necrophages and Mizari are. It won't be hard to... I mean, it might be hard to conquer them, but it won't be hard to find them. But I need to confirm the location of other Mage's capitals, so... I could move part of this army back, and actually I probably should. I'll just move the Mist, it's the fastest unit anyway, and as for the Predators, I'll move them back. And you know what? They are also a very good safety unit to protect my capital in case of an emergency. So let's keep on moving along and see what exactly I can see. So far so good. Also, look at how nice this region is, and it's more or less on... It's actually further north than my region is. That's not fair. I mean, okay, this is also a cold region, but those are anomalies! I mean, they were dumb enough not to settle near them, but still, nevertheless, I think you get the point, don't you? Also, you remember, I actually wanted to start infiltrating the Mizari capital already, just to slow them down on their progress to scientific victory. You know, by killing population, the usual stuff. But I guess I'm not too keen on waiting any longer, to be honest. Those guys are dangerously close to victory, so I'll create yet another army, spend more gold, or I mean dust, and make sure that I will have vision over the enemy capital at maybe not all times, but most of the times. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure I avoid the enemy armies if at all possible. And hello! They also have Flame Guardian on level 8 somehow. I say somehow sarcastically, by the way. It's Endless AI, they always cheat like that. So there is this out of the way. Now for you. Oh, hello there, sir. You're the exact person I was looking for. How nice to see you. Now, before I murder you, I would like to set the ruins for extra death. Thank you very much. And yeah, there goes my movement. I'll kill you in a moment. You're level 2. You have some health missing as well. You will not be difficult to destroy. Now, as for this Predator, you know, the usual. Let's go ahead and keep scouting. See if I can find a Nidia village. Yes, there is another. I knew there will be another. let's go ahead and destroy it. It will be quite important. I mean, a single predator might not quite have it what it takes to destroy a Nidia village, but I'll send in reinforcements in a while. So there's that. Now this army already moved, yes. So the next turn will be the turn where I attack and officially declare war on the wild walkers. So please, dear self, remember to activate those boosters as you do that, otherwise it will be quite embarrassing. Let's end the turn and let me drink a little. Alrighty then, let's see what I can do. Oh no, I don't want you to be working on a celibate girl. No, stop, you don't need that so much progress made on the cellar. I might as well finish this now because I'll lose population. And I didn't want to cancel him in case I need a seller for some reason. You know, there's always this kind of conundrum. Okay, I'll make a mist. No, you will not make a mist. You will instead make a predator because this unit doesn't require any strategic resources. Thank you very much. Alright, well, let's start with the most exciting thing. That being the inevitable demise of... Hold on a second, do I have enough influence? Let's have a quick look. I need to declare warrior, that's 24. Okay, I should have enough influence to kill you. Yep, I do have enough influence indeed. So, let's destroy the fortification value. BAM! My spy is partially wounded. Go figure, go figure. What were the odds? They were 37%, I guess. It's better than being disabled, huh? Sorry for that, somebody interrupted me. Anyway, yeah, what I was going to do is attack the enemy. Now, this is the time for me to declare war, so let's go ahead and do that. Declaration of war. It has commenced, and I'll start the siege first, you know, just to make sure that everything is done properly in the natural order. Now, next, activate the boosters. I remember, I'm not as dumb as you might imagine. I mean, I am not the smartest, but I'm not the dumbest either, I'll have you know. Now, you, dear says, you're not gonna die because you have other cities, but you're not gonna like it either, I'm afraid. Not at all. Let's go ahead and murder you bastards. Declare the attack. Now, apparently the enemy has a vast advantage over me with a level 6 Decay Ranger and level 5 to 9 Walker. Since this is an old army and everybody is on level 2 or 3, I understand why you may feel that way, AI, but you're grossly overestimating the power of your militia, I'm afraid. And 2 units, I'm sorry, 2 units will not be enough. So, in that case, the enemy does have a high initiative, so I do need to make sure that I account for that, but at the very least I don't care about any reinforcements coming through. So there's that. Also, I cannot move. Oh, I can't walk over here because this area is occupied. Okay, yeah, that's gonna make things marginally more difficult. By marginally, I mean quite considerably. Okay, so first things first, you can move only 2 times forward, but this is a forest, so you will not be able to do that. So let's make sure that my predators are a little bit further back. Militia I don't care about, I can interrupt them with a hero and whatnot, and an assassin. Man, this is just an assassin. Those are old times. And the more predators, this guy unfortunately has no range to anything or anybody. But this guy will not be able to walk up to my hero and attack him, so I can move my predator closer. Nice and easy, and let's make sure that the more powerful predator is closer to the action than the less powerful predator. Thank you very much. And that should be good enough. Now, let's make sure that I attack the enemy properly. The enemy will get their 2 actions, but the Tanai Walker will not be able to do anything whatsoever. So that's important. And, okay, so first things first, I do want to limit the enemy's militia actions. So let's try to walk to this tile. The enemy might occupy the same tile. No, they may not. What am I saying? They're in the forest. They will not be able to do anything of the sort. So let's walk to this tile and get rid of the enemy's militia attack over here. My hero is going to probably just attack this militia over here to do the same thing. I don't actually need to do this. In fact, since the enemy to now walk to this tile most likely, I can move my hero and engage. Which may not be the worst idea to start attacking, since my hero will attack last and this guy will be already weakened by a bunch of predators. So predators, please do open fire. That will, however, allow this militia to attack my predators, and I don't want this to be the case. So no, never mind that plan. Let's have the predators attack as planned. In fact, I'll have you walk over here just to make sure that I have enough space with other units. I could also walk right next... Yeah, if I can, then why not? Let's walk right next to the enemy archers as well to make sure that they're in a bad spot. And then let's go ahead and start opening fire on the enemy archers with those predators. As for everybody else, so that should be 3 Predators, nice and easy. They will attack the Tenai Walker to maximize the Predator's mark on them. Okay, so the enemy almost one-shot my enemy, and the Tenai Walker did the one thing I didn't expect it to do, which is the wrong thing, which I guess I should have expected it since the AI has a talent for making the wrong decisions. Allow me to drink some more, as I'm waiting for this battle to keep resolving. Okay, so as you may have noticed, the enemy has an extremely high defense, or rather compared to my attack at the very least, as a result of course of, you know, me using extremely old unit designs and whatnot. But this is nothing to be too worried about. The more important thing is that the Tenai Walker is still remaining to be completely useless, and my assassin is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Let's focus fire on killing this ranger, because he is actually the dangerous one for now, amusingly enough. And let's ignore the walker, because apparently I cannot trust it to do anything. Either way, he's too far away to actually attack me. I did lose a predator, well that was unavoidable I suppose, but it's okay. Let's keep fighting. My assassins are just marginally better than the enemy's militia, which is kinda sad, but that's okay. The enemy rangers should be no more after this turn, hopefully. Please hit them, thank you. Rangers are gone, this is a large amount of enemy firepower gone. Now I may not be able to conquer the enemy capital in this turn, although it's phase 2 and I'm doing okay I suppose, so maybe it will not be that bad, but the walker will now be able to attack, which is a little bit scary. Instead of focus firing on the walker, I mean I do want to apply extra Predator's mark on him. So, oh they're gone? Strange. Anyway, I do want to apply extra Predator's mark on him, that's true, but I also want to make sure that the enemy militia is gone as quickly as possible, since, you know, it's rather annoying, wouldn't you say? So let's make sure that this is the case, and also maximize my morale bonus, and, you know, the usual. Maximize as many things as you can maximize, and otherwise operate without any alterations. Make sure that both of my melee units are focusing on the militia. Unfortunately, the militia will be able to act now, since my hero has a worse initiative, but some things, again, are, I suppose, unavoidable. And unfortunately, my predators are also a little bit dumb, focus firing on the Tenai Walker instead of focus firing on the militia. I suppose I could try to kill the Tenai Walker now, but I do want to kill the militia first, since it would just be easier. Now, the problem is this Tenai Walker will be able to walk up to me and deny my ability to... I mean, lower my morale, which is a problem, but I should be able to do it relatively okay. Hey, I was supposed to focus on the militia, not the walker. Oh, whatever, militia doesn't bother me much, the walker, however, does, so... Oh wow, he was actually also dumb enough not to do anything, so maybe I should have focused on militia instead. Oh well. Now, since this is a battle and I already queued up everything, let me drink even more, because, man, my throat is really dry right now, and additionally I'm also quite a bit tired, I have to admit. It is very late in the night today, right now. I am recording this videocast because I have to, otherwise you wouldn't have anything to watch tomorrow, but nonetheless I am still tired, I'm not gonna deny that in the slightest, and let's just let those units do whatever they want. So I need to drink as much as possible to keep myself awake. Bye bye hero, you were useful-ish, kinda. It's a good thing that I did give that hero some extra equipment, because otherwise she would be even more useless. But this Tenai Walker just refuses to die, annoyingly enough. Okay, so I probably want to back off even further, since the Tenai Walker will move towards me, so let's make sure that this is the case. And as for you, dear sir, hey, you're not in the best of spots, are you? Let's move to over here, I suppose, and see what the Tenai Walker will do. Maybe we will be able to kite him forever, since, you know, this is a forest, he can only move one turn at a time. But it is rather annoying how I can't hit him at all. I would really love to be able to do that. I mean, now I'm hitting him, and now he's actually taking some damage, but it's only 25% to miss, I just noticed. 25% just to miss, and I kept missing so many times? That is BS, actually. I didn't realize it was... oh, whatever. Let's get my hero... oh. She actually doesn't have any abilities yet. Well, that's okay. She has fast learner after all. She will learn pretty quickly. So, I need to maintain this siege, but that's okay. The enemy is not making anything in the city right now. So what I can do is unassign my spy and reassign that spy somewhere else, where I need that spy to actually be. But since right now I have no vision over the enemy Missouri city, I can ignore that for the time being. Let's move what needs to be moved. And let's kill some easy targets, shall we? You do, sir. Please die. Like this, yes. Let's go ahead and go for manual, because I do not trust the game to do well on its own. Now the problem is, this is a Scorus, so, I mean, like any garden, this is a rather scary fella. And I just realized I only have one Predator. I thought this is an army with more Predators than one Predator. So this is a problem, since, you know, Predators are the Guardian Killers, not Mists. Mists are the opposite of Guardian Killers. Oh well, I'm sure I'll be fine. Let's just commence the assault and... Oh, they're focusing on the Predators. Oh, and they got my control as well. Go figure. So, yeah, that Guardian is not gonna die. The enemy... He took control of my Predators, who are supposed to give me victory. And nothing I can do now. I mean, this guy would just stand talking and laugh at my efforts at doing damage to him. Look at that. And now I think... Yay, Predator's mark. That's lovely. Oh well, let's drink some more. Please stop killing my Predator and mind controlling him and stuff. This is really annoying, you know? You're supposed to just die easily. But I did not realize that, you know, no Predators. Thankfully, my Predators are also awful at hitting my own units, but they will now die to the enemy Guardian, which is a little bit, you know, shameful, I suppose. Will they die? They will actually not die, but they still have mind control on the unit, which is... You know, not exactly ideal per se. Because I was... Where are you going? You're flying. You could have attacked this guy. Can you... Guys, can you stop doing some really weird stuff? Can you just kill the Scorus? Are the Predators dead yet? Yes, they are. Okay, well, that's okay. You know what? They deserve to die. They were so... Why were they controlled like that? That stupid, weak-willed fools. They don't deserve to exist. Anyway, I defeated... a Guardian, got myself a tome, got myself a lot of gold, I mean dust, which will help me tremendously, and I can now send this army to pacify the last needier villagers, and also see if there's another needy village over there. So that's good. Alrighty then. I need to be in area 3 to make sure that my units have a better level. I would also like to have some extra production actually, so let's start with that. Get myself some extra levels for units, and also get the swimming ability, and hi! I'm in area 3! Now this is really important, because now it will be much easier to actually get an army that it can compete with the enemy, since the enemy will have like level 10 units at all times now. So yeah, that's rather important. And I'm rather happy that I was finally able to get here. Now, what I really need is Dust Refinery and Dust Alchemy, since they are both, as you may imagine, very useful. I would rather actually have... I'm not sure actually which one in this kind of situation of mine. Handy. I mean, I feel like I have a feeling that this transmitter would be really useful in capital. And I don't have that many cities that could benefit from Dust Refinery. You know what, let's just kill both of them and figure it out later. Okay, I have Moonlift somewhere, which is nice. I have Paladin somewhere, which is also nice, especially since Paladin have been buffed quite significantly. Which, I mean, in all honesty, it should have been buffed, since it was kinda... maybe not on the pathetic side, but it was certainly weak compared to everything else. Okay, let's move through the enemy territory. Nice and all sneaky-like, very carefully. Since, you know, I don't want to be insta-killed. And hi, Elf Guardian. Yeah, the Mazari are in this to win this. They're not gonna let me capture their cities easily, which is exactly why my assault must be an instant kill. More so than it was with the Wild Walkers, because that was actually a fluke. But oh well, not everything can be perfect, I suppose. I have learned some lessons, that being, if you send units from Area 2, in fact those are Area 1 units in some of them I think, with their super old designs. So if you send Area 1 units against an Area 4/5 opponent, you might not be able to capture the enemy city instantly, just a hunch. Okay then. Let's see, can I sneak past the enemy city unnoticed? No, I cannot, so let's make sure that I am in fact unnoticed at all times. The enemy has an Afghan, and I do, does love their Afghans, doesn't it? Don't they, actually, whatever. And, oh yeah, hi Butterboars! I mean, the funny thing is, my Mist would actually do better against this army than any other type of army, except for the other mages, of course. And the Ev Guidance, but the Ev Guidance have also been nerfed, so yeah. Either way, I think I've done everything I needed to this distance, so that's all good. Your thing is... queued up on the production of a singular mist. I need another one. I will need a lot of those guys. In fact, I need a conscription center before any mists are made. And the same is applied to any other city. This conscription center is now an absolute necessity, because without it, things would be a little bit, maybe not dire, but certainly funny. The AI would just laugh in my face for trying to compete. Also, I have a faint feeling sensation that Bad Girl might be about to die. Because if one workers are sending an army this way, I will not be able to save Bad Girl in time. Which would be a shame, but not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. I can always capture her back if I really need to. But thing is, right now I've abandoned all hopes for a proper empire, seeing how AI had amazing stats, to be honest, and how I did not. And I'll just try to snipe them, because that's pretty much all I can do right now. Alright then, let's try this again. From the same position. I really hope the enemy doesn't have an army over there, because that would be bad. They do not. Lovely. Let's go ahead and go for the offensive. I do not trust auto battle. I will suddenly lose all units. You know how it is. So let's not do that. Let's make my... I don't actually care if my hero survives or not. So let's make sure that my hero is in fact targeted by the enemy, so that my predators can safely attack. So nice and easy, just like this. Everybody focus fire. That kills my hero. Bye. You were useful, I guess. And then Predators will slowly but surely kill the Night Walker, I hope. I mean, come on, 75%? Can you? Thank you! Now the enemy capital will be mine! Hey, yo, GG! Alright then, let us rename this newly conquered city to... I got a boy. No, come on! No! I can't fit the extra letter! I got a bow? Where's I got a bow? There's no such thing as I got a bow. Ah! Okay, so this whole AOGG thing is horribly inappropriate right now, so if not I got a boy. Man, that was such a fitting title for me capturing the first city in the game. Ah! No, seriously, how do I rename this city now? Okay, I'm going for a list. Let me have a drink, actually. Yeah, hold on. Everything is under control. Tell me your wish is even longer than I got a boy. Come on, no, not that. Alright. Now, this is actually some serious stuff. I don't know about you guys, but for me, naming my cities is serious business. So just give me a second. Alright, it took me an unnecessarily long amount of time, but Wake Up is now mine. I decided to go for Wake Up because this is a serious wake up call for the AI to try and face me. You're no longer in your own dream world, this is my territory now, and you're gonna die. I'm pretty sure that's not exactly how the lyrics went, but let's go with that, shall we? Either way, wait, I mean, it probably went somewhere along those lines. I actually don't know, I don't remember the lyrics exactly, but I really like Wake Up. No, but nevertheless, there's amazing fan-made music video for that as well, which is really cool in my opinion. Anyway, let's stop going off topic and start making the city actually useful. New foundry, which it still boggles my mind. It didn't have one, but either way, first of all, the enemy actually has animal husbandry, which is, I suppose, nice. The enemy also has the Museum of Riga, which is rather nice, I might say. Making the city happy, but also increasing my overall dust production, which is rather amazing, if I may say so myself. Now, let's give myself... do I have enough titanium to make this in other cities as well? Whatevs, I need that in this city quite... Actually, no, this is entirely forest area, but this is still just flat out better. So let's go ahead and start making the apprenticeship registry. Nice and easy, and move some of the population around. Like this for the time being, this should be good enough. And alright then, let's make sure that everything else is queued up in other places, because I did just realize, since I bought the apprenticeship registry, I should really just, you know, make it, since it's rather useful in most circumstances. And actually I already used up all my titanium, but you think it definitely does need apprenticeship registry, there's just no doubt about it. It will be very useful. Alrighty then, I can now assimilate, what was it, the Sisters of Mercy? I would rather not. I mean, Galeries are always an option, but I'll keep that option in mind. And you... Hold on a second, wait, what? Exfiltrated. Alright, I thought it said infiltrated and I was like, hold on a second, how did you infiltrate my own city? Did you just, I don't know, went out for a walk? Because that's literally all you need to do to infiltrate your own city, dummy. But no, my hero is now available. Now, I actually did realize just now that I wanted to, but I didn't, get Imperial Highways for myself. The reason why I do want to have Imperial Highways is not just because of right of way, which is useful in its own right, but I mostly care about with the watchtowers, because I'm kind of in the blind right now, and I don't really like being in the blind. However, there isn't exactly much I can do with this at this exact point in time. Let's set my hero to maybe scout a little bit, see what I can see, and leave this army in the city to protect it. It's not gonna protect it if something comes along, to be fair, but at the very least, the deed is done, the enemy capital is no more, which is exactly what I needed and wanted, so that's good. Alright, let's keep going towards the enemy capital, I mean that being the Messiah capital for a change. Do I see it? Do I see it? Yes, I see it. I see you. I infiltrate you. Hi there. How are you? How does it feel to be infiltrated? How does it feel to be exterminated in the near future? I probably should not have added this in the near future bit because now it sounds way less threatening, but nonetheless, they'll get the idea once I murder their population, destroy the walls, and instantly capture the city. I mean, this would happen last, after I'm done with Necrophagus and other mages, because those guys can actually retaliate and probably capture your thing. I mean, even if I do create a lot of champ blockers, I think Mizari can actually make it through and, you know, get here and do their stuff. Which is a bit of a problem. So I'll declare war on them last. That's certainly what is going to happen. Nonetheless, they will not escape their fate. They're gonna die along with every last other of the enemy bastards that are trying to foolishly, I don't know, do foolish things. Man, I'm being really good. I'm basically turning into Francisca von Kama right now. That's a reference and a half. Foolish fools. How foolishly dream of foolish foolings. I don't think the word foolings was actually used, but nevertheless, I just dare to use it. Okay then. Let's go ahead and keep walking around to try to look for the enemy capital, make sure that I know exactly where it is. I don't think I'll be able to capture it with just one mist. I mean, if the enemy only has militia in it, no, it's level 2. That's no, not gonna happen. Even if I give him a hero. Actually, with a hero, a good hero, and a level 2 mist, if the enemy only had a militia, I would be able to kill him instantly. Yeah, no doubt about it, I would be able to do that. But this will not be the case, the enemy will surely have some units inside the city. Let's have a quick look at Drexus, speaking of which. See what they have. They have access to a lot of stuff that I'm not too keen on. And they are also spamming their influences. They don't really need anything else whatsoever. What do they have already? Anything they need. They have Benevolent Emperor. Oh, right. Yeah, they... No wonder they're ahead. Let's just put it this way. I want this city. I'll lose it once to capture it. Or more likely, if I do capture it, I'll win the game by then. But still, I want that city. Either way, I'll end the 10, and I think I can end the video here. Let's have a quick look. What do you think about me? Nothing? You should be thankful that I, you know, fought your enemies. What about you? Are you ready to sign a treaty? No, you're not. Okay, then. Fine, be that way. Jeez. I'll end my 10 now, in any case, and end this video as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU. I send a wake-up call to the enemy. And I'll see you online as soon as this stand finishes, because things are happening. Legendary deed? That's, yeah, whatever. Oh. That's actually not a big deal. The enemy will just use that on the Elf guidance. Yes, I took your city. I got what I wanted. You can do whatever you want now. That's annoying. I'll have to deal with that. Oh. The mages know of me somehow. How? I guess they must have seen my city. That's not ideal, but I'll have to deal with that. And as for the broker lords here, I mean, obviously, more dust on terrain with dust. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching. Oh wow, Wild Walkers are really in trouble. They are also listening to Mizar like crazy. Either way, again, for the end of time, thank you for watching it. I'll see you online.